Hey guys, how are you doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another YouTube video. So, what is going on today? We've had a further push down in Bitcoin so far. Let's try and analyze what we think is happening here. To start with, we were talking about this parallel channel, and if we repeated what happened previously for a measured move, we would see a pop up. However, we have lost the bottom of this channel currently. Look, we've still got 12 hours left of the day. Anything can happen in crypto, you know that. Does that mean that we are going to continue downwards or we're going to retrace? Obviously, I don't know. This is the first day we've had a daily candle outside of this parallel channel. So we're just watching now, basically. I personally have bought some XRP today. But if we look at Bitcoin on the liquidity chart, there is liquidity down here that we have discussed in every single YouTube video. I did think we'd go for the liquidity above us first when we were in this area here, because I was like, look, we're closer to it. But now we've come down to this liquidity. Do we take this liquidity? There's a lot at about 88,000. Do we take that and potentially come down towards 86, or maybe get rid of all this liquidity block here as low as 82? I don't know. Or do we start to bounce soon? One of the things I've been discussing was China, and then this morning, Zero Hedge has tweeted, and Dan Tapiero has quote retweeted that. I'm going to go into more detail on this in my newsletter, which comes out tomorrow. I'm going to write that just after this YouTube. Dan's basically said, danger in China. Do people understand the second largest economy in the world is deflating? Fed concerns on inflation is wrong. Interest rates are still too high in the US, and now fiscal policy will tighten, USD will strengthen. Liquidity coming to drive Bitcoin. 200k is doable by next year. Zero Hedge is basically saying the last time China's 1-year bond traded below 1%, Lehman had just filed for bankruptcy. Bond market convinced Beijing is about to unleash the mother of all monetary stimulus, or QE. Commodities are so far unaware. This is what I mean, is like, is this a fake out in crypto before we see a massive amount of stimulus come in from China? I personally believe it could be, because not only this that we can see right here, but they also, again, I'm going to get into this in a newsletter, but they also, I think I spoke about it 2 weeks ago actually, they also changed their verbiage on monetary policy to moderately loose. The last time they did that was also in 2008, and then they released their biggest stimulus package ever. Are they about to pump the life out of crypto? If they released a package or stimulus package like we're talking about here, crypto would absolutely explode in price, because rich Chinese will try and get their money out probably through Hong Kong ETFs in Hong Kong, or spot Bitcoin in Hong Kong. Because if they release a huge stimulus package, the yuan will probably devalue, and then they will hold a US dollar-based asset in Bitcoin, which is also acts when stimulus comes, is also something that catches a bid. This is something that I'm watching for. I literally said on Twitter today, could we touch this area and then see a stimulus package out of China? Or does this stimulus package come sooner rather than later? Another thing that Andreas Stano Larsen has been discussing basically is that they've been giving a lot of verbiage that they're going to do something in China, but then haven't actually followed through yet. Kind of similar to what the Fed and Jerome Powell did the other day, but the opposite way around. Jerome Powell basically came out and he said, oh, look, we're not going to cut rates as aggressively as we were thinking. Inflation's becoming a bit of a problem. What are we going to do? And then everyone's like sold off on that news. Basically, he managed the market very well with his words, without having to actually do anything different to what they've said they were going to do. And I think China were trying to do the same, yet everyone's looking through and can see through everything they're saying. And they're like, when money, when stimulus? And I think it's probably coming sooner rather than later, as their markets are getting smashed. They've got to, at some point, introduce stimulus. They're trying to hold out till March, but whether they do that or not, like, I don't know. They're the things I'm watching for. As I said, I actually bought XRP. I might have bottom blasted here. If we reverse here, I genuinely might have bottom blasted. And that doesn't happen to me very often, so if I have, like, pat on the back to me. But it seems that we're having a bit of a rally off the back of when I just literally said I was buying on Twitter. Literally just got in just sub $2, so could have bottom blasted. That'd be nice. That really rarely happens if I have. So remember, this is something that actually is a good lesson for everybody. that a lot of people don't take into consideration is only one person in the world times the exact bottom and the exact top. When people are saying, oh, it could come lower, don't buy, whatever, you have to remember that only one person in the world will buy the exact bottom and the exact top. And that's the same when you're selling as well. Like when you're selling out of crypto, when it comes time to take profit, just remember you're not going to time the exact top. Just be very like cautious of the fact that emotions are still going to play a big role whenever you sell and also whenever you buy. Like when you buy, it comes down. Just be aware that it could always come down further. You can just buy more. And when you sell, be aware that it can always go up further, because they're both like as much of a mindfuck as each other. So like it's definitely some advice as what I'd like, just some knowledge that I can pass down to you guys, is like both ways, whether you're selling or buying, you're never going to nail it bang on. So just get around and about and then have a plan for both, for any aspect that might come after that. For example, if the market's coming down and you're trying to buy, be aware that it could keep coming down, so have like a plan. Maybe you'll buy some more, or you're just happy with the price that you got in at and you're going to turn your PC off. That's a good way to do it, to be honest. What I do a lot. Like there are always days where I'm like, oh, don't really need to look at the charts today, because it's just going to come down to a point wherever it's going to come down to. If I've got bids in, they'll get filled. If they don't, doesn't matter. There's no point in me sitting here staring at the chart. Like yesterday, for example, didn't take a day off, but I basically just, like, I'm back for Christmas, just basically play PlayStation with my mate for the day. It's like there's nothing I can really do today. But looking at a total 3, that's just good tips for you guys though, I think, from like experience. We've actually back tested the previous low here on total 3, quite a nice like back test into that range. Total 2, we've actually back tested this bull flag area that we broke out of. That's quite a nice pullback as well. Total 2, and total 3 here. That was total. The first one I looked at was total, and again total 3 is literally just back tested the range lows. It's essentially just created a support. Like there's nothing really broken as of right now. Just blood on the streets, and when there's blood on the streets, you buy the blood, even if it's your own. Could we come down further? Yes, we always could. But if we look at XRP, for example, let me show you what I've just been creating. We're looking for areas to bounce, because we're in a bull market, so we are looking for continuation. So this is why you look and you create areas like this. So now what I thought yesterday was we could have bounced here, because we created a hidden or a bullish divergence here with higher lows on the oscillator and lower lows in the price action. Now we've lost that, obviously, and we've come down, and what we do then is we look for where the next logical area of support could be. And in a range like this, you're probably looking at the range lows. But I was also looking at the whole numbers, like $2. We didn't spend long below $2 the last time we got $2, and we've already done the back test. So I thought, okay, cool, if we come below $2, I'm in. Came below, got in, and now we see basically, because we can also see that the oscillators are massively oversold on the hourly. They're also just about oversold on the 4. Look, we bounced off the oversold in the 4 hourly, which again is a hidden bullish divergence with a higher low and a lower low on the RSI there. The stochastic is looking to turn up again on the 4 hourly. I was looking at that as well. Potentially we're bottoming here. But again, it depends heavily on Bitcoin too. Bitcoin, again, is in the oversold area on the 4 hour and the stochastic, looking for potentially a bounce here. And as I've said, like, the day is not over. We're a long way from the bottom of the channel, but we could still reverse it. It's possible. So just don't be caught on the side if we have a quick reversal back to the upside soon. That's what I would expect to happen, and I'm looking for the news out of China to spark that move, to be honest. That's where I think the narrative is going to come from. Doesn't mean I'll be necessarily right, but I think the narrative is coming from China. Things are pointing towards that, and I think this is more of like a fake out to the downside than a proper pullback. Could be wrong, because I know that people have been writing about liquidity being tight in general, and Bitcoin often lags liquidity models, but that's my base case on all of this, guys. So I'm going to leave you with that there. XRP memes. I bought some XRP memes in the last few days. I've been buying Drop personally. I'll tell you what I've been buying. I think it was the leading meme for a while, and it's down like 70-80% from the highs, so bit of a no-brainer for me. I just bought some more XRP today. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing at the minute, and I'm going to write more in depth about what I think is coming in the weekly newsletter. Hope you enjoyed, which is out tomorrow, free as well, by the way, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe and share it with a friend. If you want to sign up to MEXC, if you deposit $100, you get $20 free. And yeah, if you want to trade XRP memes, please use the links in my description, guys. Thank you very much. Peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.